So, Bill, typically the operators and the members across the nation have some great questions for you, but I think I have a great one for you this
It better
week.
be good or you'll never be on another episode.
I think so. I'm taking a chance here.
And I have no idea what it is yet.
But I did some research and I was kind of looking back and I saw that your first ILCT show was in 2007. Is that right?
Long time ago, yeah.
It was a while ago. Now, I was pretty young at the time. I was in about elementary school. So
You think that's funny, don't you?
I did. So I was just curious, way back then, going into that show, if you remember, what was your number one goal at that show in Vegas?
Well, I've been in the industry only for about 8 months. I've only been to one show, which was the ILCT show at the Mohegan Sun Casino. So I would say my number one goal was really networking from the affiliate standpoint to acquire affiliates. That was probably my number one goal. But I think even bigger than that was my number one fear. I was really nervous because I was speaking at that show, my first speaking engagement. One, I really didn't know that many people. At the ILCT show, George Jacobs, who from Windy City I'd started a relationship with, and he had introduced me to some people at the ILCT show, Tammy Sicoccio, Dawson Rudder, Maurice Brewster, Tom Mazza, God rest his soul. Who else? I know there were some other people at a dinner. Ed Colbert, who was with Boston Coach, the affiliate manager at that time, now with Commonwealth. Matt Oltoff from Savoya. So I walked out of the first ILCT East with 2 affiliates, Boston Coach and Savoya, which was great. So going into the big show, Vegas, ILCT, I'd never been there before. I wanted to come out of there with a lot of affiliate business. So that was my primary goal. I was like everybody else. I didn't have a strategy. Not like the stuff I tell you guys to do, to have a plan and a strategy and write your emails ahead of time. I was like everybody else. I just didn't know what to expect. So that was kind of the goal. But that session that I was speaking on, believe it or not, I mean, you were probably in like 4th grade, 2007, I was talking about social media. So sitting here today and what we do with Facebook ads and AdWords and online marketing, it's ironic. And I'll never forget at the end of the session, I was really the beginning of the session, I was nervous that nobody was going to show up. And when that first person showed up and came and sat down and like the 30th row, because the room was sat for like 300 or 400 people, like, hey, come on up to the front. So, we can talk to each other because nobody else is going to be here. Nobody knows who I am and nobody knows what the hell social media is in 2007 either. So kind of the other funny part was, and you may not even be aware of this, but was the only social media platform that people, I asked them at the end of my presentation, who's heard of LinkedIn, who's heard of Twitter, who's heard of Facebook? They were all brand new, like in 2006 and 7. Right. Nobody, maybe 1 or 2 people are raising their hands. But then I get to, anybody heard of MySpace? And everybody, their hands go up. Everybody was on MySpace at that time, which is, not even around any longer. So I think I was really fearful of that. I was really nervous. Even though I'd done public speaking before, but really my plan going in without a plan, but my goal was to acquire affiliate business and to learn and get education. It's so vastly different today because this show that we're getting ready to go to, I mean, heck, I guess by the time this airs, it's only a couple of weeks away, right? Right. The education is going to be phenomenal. The NLA has done an unbelievable job with the education. It's kind of gone from a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday show into Sunday. I mean, with all the stuff we're doing, we've got a Google AdWords session on Sunday for 90 minutes. We've got another 90-minute session, on search engine optimization that I'm doing. There's the Chosen Payment sponsored, I think it's B2 or B4 network, but that starts like 4 o'clock on Sunday. That is 100% speed affiliate networking that everybody that wants affiliate business should be attending. And all that stuff is before the show even officially starts on Monday. And then you got all day Monday on the show floor and the education, and Tuesday and Wednesday. There's a lot of great stuff that's going on. Then you have all these different breakout events like the mastermind group that we're doing on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. By the way, I think we still have 1 or 2 tickets still available for that if you want to sign up. I'm sure somebody will throw the link into this. So I'm probably more excited about this show, and I'm sure you are too, being your first Vegas show.
Can't wait.
That you're going to and with the team. But that one was really just about affiliate networking. It was probably more fear than it was excitement going to that first Vegas show.
A little scary to speak of the first one you've ever been to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you don't know anybody, at all. So that's it.
But look, social media, and look how it all comes around, and now look at what we're building today.
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny, and people ask me how I built my brand in this industry, and it all started speaking at that show. But it really, from that point on, has been about social media. It's what I've done on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and all of that type of stuff. And,
Right.
I look at over the last 11 years how that's manifested. And, today as we're filming this show, I literally did a live broadcast this morning telling people the mistakes they're making with not optimizing their job description and profile on Facebook. They're not thinking of Facebook as a search engine algorithm and people that are searching for that, or when people are like trying to join our group, like our Limo growth group. And, if your name's Tom Smith and your job is a garbage man or a web designer or something, we're not letting you in the group.
Yeah.
Right? So if it doesn't say Tom Smith, owner of Tom Smith Limo or whatever it is, you're not going to get in. And your clients are thinking in those same terms, right? And then we see similar things that happen on their LinkedIn profiles. Once again, 2 huge social media channels that can impact your brand and impact your business building skills. So I look forward to that stuff. That's kind of how I built my brand. But I think it all started with the fear that I had going into that first show.
Well, and that's the kind of value that people are going to be able to get at this show this year in Vegas. I know I'm excited for it.
I have only missed one LCT show in the last 11 years. One Vegas show. And, I can tell you that I think I just see them getting bigger and better every single year. And you look at the content and praise God for the work and the time and the effort, specifically that Doug Schwartz and Diane Forgy on the NLA, show committee boards have put in to this. I commend them tremendously because they not only do they do an excellent job, but the amount of time that goes into this. But then right behind, this is kind of show season, I guess, right now, because literally a month behind this show, we've got Lab Live right here in Nashville. Not going to want to miss that event. And then about 3 weeks after that is the Technology Summit, in South Beach. Once again, another LCT event that you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be the first Technology Summit. It's not the leadership anymore. It's a Technology Summit. And I'm privileged to help put the content and the speakers and everything together with Sarah at LCT. For that, we have my good friend who you got to meet a few months ago, Sam Malakarjanan, is going to be a speaker. Yeah. I'll be speaking down there really talking about tech and how it applies in our business and moving forward over the next 10 years. I'm sure there'll be a lot of discussion about autonomous vehicles and that type of stuff. So I would highly recommend that, one, take advantage of show season. We've never had a technology summit like this in South Beach. And if you're on the fence about Lab Live, I promise you would never attend an event in our industry about what you're going to get right here. Not in this office. It's about 50 yards right up that road.
Up the hill.
But the guests that we have coming and the access for that is going to be incredible. Yeah. We're getting a little bit off topic here, but I love live events and, I love the stuff that's happening. I just think the value that's being driven to, the people in this industry, it wasn't as robust as it is today.
Well, thanks for sharing, Bill. And I tell you what, I'm excited for the Technology Summit. I'm excited for Lab Live, and I'm excited to see you guys in Vegas, and excited to see you on the next episode of
the Ask Limo U Show.
The Ask Limo U Show.